Okay, everybody, we're here at Rush Creek Lake. Ton of kayakers out today. Ton of them. There's probably 20 kayaks down the lake or more, and they're still driving in. We're up here off Squatch Point, around the bend. See what we can get going on here. She keeps drifting into the shore up there. I'm not sure what's going on with her anchor. But she's going to be in the brush here in a minute. And that's all right. That'll make it easier for her to retrieve her hang-ups. We don't have as far to go. Fish jumping. We'll see how this plays out. Today we're going into it with a score of her 14 to my 6. Got some things going on here. She's trying different. Got a little popper action going on up there. Press record, there you go. Watch your aim. And we got the first fish of the day. Oh, bluegill. Snagged him. Well, that was not intentional. He was biting. I said he must have, snagged him pretty good. And need to throw him back out there for bait for later. Let's see. We're not going to weigh him. He is, call him 7 inches. 7-inch bluegill. Oh, that was not intentional. So we'll get him back in there and hopefully he'll come out of that. Okay, she got one going in my anchor rope back here. If you can get him up out of there, dear. On a spinner bait. You might have to stand up, Sonia. Because he's in the anchor rope. Take him back out. He keeps running under the boat. Hey, bring him in. He's in the rope. Okay, guys, we got a mess here. Hang on. Okay, we got him out of the anchor rope. Wow. And she got one. Got a little dinky spinner bait. You better get the net. You better get it.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't have that net out ready. Hold on. Okay. Well, she thinks she's going to catch guppies or something and just flop them in the boat. You know, she needs that net out all the time. Or have it ready anyway. She just can't be bothered. So she's going to lose.
Too early.
You're going to lose one of these days, a nice one like that, and then you're going to hate yourself. I'm going to laugh.
Unbelievable.
What's unbelievable? You caught a fish? It is.
On the spinner bait.
Oh, stop. I caught all the fish for you in the past, and that proves that you're unbelievable that you caught a fish.
They're meat eaters.
Oh. Too much crap up there with her.
Look at that.
He got tangled in the anchor rope. We had to get him undone there.
Ow!
Let me get my pliers.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
You got him? You want me to do him? I can't see the hook. Okay. Hold the fish up, please.
Ow.
Was he chewing on your thumb?
Yeah.
Okay. You're all right. Got him right in that bony part. Okay, hang on folks, we're going to have to put this down here for a minute and try this again, see if we can't angle something up here.
Quit that.
Alright, there it is. Alright folks, there he is. Sorry about this shoddy camera work. See if we can't edit that out.
Oh,
Every
again.
time, every fish you get, you throw back here on me. What is up with that?
I was trying to get a better grip on him.
You put him up there on your feet from now on. We are looking at, let's see, take him down to the one there, a little more. Well, I guess he's there.
19.
Let's go 20. 19 and a half. Okay, 19 and a half. And our scale's actually working today. So.
There we go.
Lift him. Get up on the grips away from the chain there, please. As soon as he settles there a minute, he's bouncing all over the place. He'll quit. If you touch him, he'll spaz out more. I'm getting $2.49, 2.5 pounds. 2.49. So she's on the board today, finally, for a change. Okay, got a couple of still pictures for the Facebook page. Now we're going for the release. There he goes. So, you want to do a little show and tell with your spinner bait that you caught him on? Your little bitty spinner bait? Yeah, I never thought. I got a bobber out there. There it is. Okay, we're good. Okay, guys, here we are. We got to hear it. There's what she caught the catfish on.
Itty bitty little tiny.
Yeah, I don't know what she's
There.
fishing for.
I was fishing for bluegills.
That.
Ended up with that big cat.
We're changing locations, everybody. We was getting blowed off the water up there on the point. It got to the point where we was dragging anchors and everything else, getting blowed around there. Okay, everybody. We are tied off to a big tree. Probably be a snake come up there for us over with. In this cove. What?
You better hope not.
That's your end of the boat. You're in charge. Nice little cove here. We got a windbreak. Decent fish. That's a little fighter. I'm not sure how big he is. He's got a little spit and vinegar to him out there, dears, where the fish is. Not here.
Well, he ain't up here yet. Where's the net?
Just hit the water with a nice juicy fresh worm. Yeah, a little fighter. Ain't much to him, but he had a little spit to him. A little spit and vinegar. Get off that stinger.
Oh, he just fell off.
Yep. That's why I like it. De-hook yourself there, bud. Them things are sharp. I can see him. He is 14 inch. I ain't gonna weigh him. He's got a little blood going on there already. So 14-inch fish, maybe about a pound, I'm gonna say. But yeah, I ain't gonna harass him no more. Let me get him back in the water. He must have wrapped up on me down there when he done that, because he felt bigger than what he was. So found him a brush pile. There you go, Hoss. Now comes the highlight. Time to get a bite to eat. Run a little late. Been fighting the wind. Seems to have died down some. Found another windbreak cove. We call the cat hole. Might look familiar. So let's see what we pull out of the magic lunchbox here today. Well, we got ham and cheese, honey or brown sugar baked, something like that. All-American Wonder Bread up there. It's not my Heiner's,
No.
but it's all right. It'll do.
Nobody was lucky to get that.
From the raccoons stealing everything, yeah. Somewhere there's a thermos up there. There better be.
Yep. Someplace.
But we've graduated to regular paper towels, half sheets instead of the Thanksgiving leftovers this time.
Would you like one?
And my tomato soup. About time. Had to get her squared away on that. She thought we was going to take a year off of it this year. That ain't going to work. We've come to the conclusion this morning that we need a bigger thermos for this tomato soup. She's learned she's become sold on the tomato soup thing herself. So we need a bigger one. Stanley makes one of these big, huge bottles. Bigger, rounder than that, and taller. So we'll look into those. And just for the fun of it, we'll throw in here, water is 78.5 degrees. 78. Bounced a little bit on them tints. Pretty stained. Still hasn't settled out from all that tremendous rain we've had, and now the pollen floating everywhere. So there's the scientific part of it. Okay. Little walk up here from the boat. Unbelievable how green. It's good stuff. I hate winter. Here's our tree break from last year. And here, pretty good path leading back into the woods. We followed it a ways. Never did really follow it to completion. So it winds and picks up again on back in there. Right down over there, watch for snakes here. This place looks just snaky. And they say the copperheads are bad right now. Blend right into this, never see them. But anyway, right there, below that dead trees where we tie off and anchor and stuff, and where we fish off the point, just the other side of that. So, just kind of look out. That was a stick that got me, okay. Something snapped up and hit me in the leg. It didn't bite, so that's a good thing. But the path winds through there, and on deeper and deeper and deeper. So, pretty thick up in here. Pretty well used game trail, actually. A lot of deer tracks down there at the beach right now. So, make our way back here, just walking and stretching the legs a minute. You can only sit in that boat for so long. And today was probably one of the longest we have so far without stopping and walking around. We're old. We need to stretch every once in a while. So, well, we're kind of gearing for the evening bite. Getting ready for it in the night. We've been in the evening for a while, but gearing for the night. So we'll get back at it, and if we get anything more, we'll see you then. Okay, she's rebuilt it. Did you get a picture? Yeah. Okay, still picture. We'll see what it looks like next time. Well, we was on the trolling motor easing in here to this spot. We stumped a good one. Going backwards on the trolling motor. And hit the gas motor pretty good. Can't see nothing that stands out. Really. There's some paint missing off that cavitation plate. And there was some missing already. I'm not sure that it flexed or anything. It didn't bend, so lucked out. Stumps. I hate Ohio State lakes for that fact. They dam up a holler and leave all the stumps. Okay, here we are. We're on the west end of the lake, obviously. It was on the other side. Stump City. Over there. Kept getting hung up, stumping, you name it. Time to get out of there. We're going to try this little cove out. And she is pulling out the big guns here. Her duck. Rubber duck. Now let's see what she can do with it. Oh, he's up there. Yeah, I've given her a 180-degree arc in which to fish and cast in here. Let's see if she can make it count. Hit pay dirt with it. See if she can get it in that secret spot where that big largemouth is laying just waiting for something to drop in the water. None of these trips is really complete without the sunset. A little pinkish, a little reddish. But it's going down. And you're not freezing to death out here. This is great. Okay, I've got Sonia piloting the boat. Nice easy trip back in. Enjoying the evening. Didn't do any more good. Starting to get damp and cool. It's still warm. It's not winter, but it's starting to get cool. I do want to give a wrap up on the camping trip we posted. We didn't make it through the first night. I didn't foresee this coming. She's angling towards the bank there. She needs to get out in the middle of the channel out here a little bit because it does get shallow over there. Anyway, we had that big warm front come in that we're experiencing now. You know, we went from probably 60s into the 80s. And with that warm front, humidity set in. Now that day and that evening, everything we touched created static electricity. And you'd get that static electric shock if you touched anything metal. That's as dry as it was that day and in towards the evening. At 1 o'clock in the morning, it was we're wiggling all over the place. Can't you drive?
I was busy.
Anyway, 1 o'clock that morning, everything was soaked inside the tent. Everything was soaked outside the tent. The warm air coming in, it was warmer outside than it was in the tent. Now we took a little buddy heater. Heat wasn't a problem, but it's gas, and gas gives off more moisture. So, but the weather conditions with that high humidity setting in caused a big condensation event, and it was nearly raining in the tent. Everything felt damp. The pillows, everything. The walls were wet. That soaked outside. You couldn't even open it to ventilate without getting even wetter. You probably need to hang to the right here a little bit more, please. So anyway, we had the 4-year-old grandbaby with us. We didn't want to risk her getting wet, catching a cold, or anything worse. So we called it quits, and for the night. We're 19, 20 miles from home there at the campground. It wasn't a big deal, just a short ride down the road. Get in where it was dry. Now, the next night, everything was fine. We didn't have that condensation where that big warm front moved in with all that humidity, and the big change took place. So, but anyway, we did go back, and we enjoyed ourselves, and we eventually broke camp down, but there's nothing spectacular to video. So that's why there wasn't no big final conclusion to the camping trip. Now, of all the decades we have camped, we've backpacked, we've rock climbed, we've camped, we've car camped, you name it. There's only been a couple of times we've run into that. And looking back on it and looking at the weather trend, figured out what caused the increase in that condensation. Well, along with this big warm air that moved in, so came the humidity out of bone dry air, and everything just condensed on us. So anyway, for the sake of the baby and everybody's comfort, it was just downright miserable. So for everybody's comfort and the sake of the baby, we, baby, she's 4, but we called it a night, just headed for the house. Like I said, it wasn't a big trip. She don't even remember coming home. She went to sleep in the tent and woke up in the bed the next morning. So, but that's what went on with the camping trip. We're going to do it again here about a week or two, a couple of weeks maybe. Got a couple of things going on next week. It's going to take a little bit of time, so we won't be able to next week. But just as soon after that as we can get a reservation, we're heading back. And with a little bit of luck, this weather is stabilized, and we won't get that again. Yeah, you get a little condensation inside the tent alone, but like I said, that night it was just pretty phenomenal. It was right at raining inside the tent. You walk outside, it was warmer outside. That's where the warm air mass was coming in than it was in the tent. Temperature-wise, it was 58 degrees. That wasn't bad when last I'd looked before we pulled out. But anyway, the warm air moved in along with the humidity, and it just absolutely soaked everything. And you couldn't open any flaps or anything because it was just as wet outside as it was inside with that moving in. And there's the west. Maybe not hear that, but the spillways down there. So we're just kind of easing along here, enjoying the night. Somebody up on the dam up there, walking back in. Now they're in the shadow of those trees. But anyway, that's what happened to the camping trip. We're going to do it again here probably 2 weeks. And but today, not that great here on the lake. We caught 3. She's still ahead in the count, but she's behind today, and she's behind at Buckeye Lake. That gap is closing. I don't know what she's doing back here. I can't see. I'm busy watching where we're going. I kind of feel I need to be watching for icebergs or something with her driving. So, anyway, folks, I appreciate you joining us again. We both do. And We'll see what we get into next.